Hello anybody, I'm Alpaca Patrol, and this is Frequency Domain. So what is Frequency Domain? Well, you know, it's kind of hard to explain. You could kind of call it a rhythm game, I suppose, if you were particularly inclined, but it's not really a rhythm game. And in a lot of ways, it's not really even a game. It's more of a program, a fun tool, sort of. So Frequency Domain... Well, he's telling me that I'm welcome to Frequency Domain. So as you can kind of tell, you can kind of understand exactly what's happening here. We're kind of riding the frequencies of an audio file. This is actually the intro, the tutorial kind of dealio. You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and skip this because I don't know if this is copyrighted music or not. But I know the later tracks are not copyrighted music. But anyway... So, you're kind of riding the waves of the musical frequencies, and you can control your movements. You can do a bunch of really cool things, like that thing that I just did to kind of zoom out and mute the sound and skip to the next track. Yeah, you control your character, I suppose. You're moving around in what I could imagine is first-person view. Although, you know, are you really a character? Whatever, it doesn't really matter. But you kind of can move back and forth. You have pretty good control over what you can actually do on this musical highway. Like, for instance, you could turn around. I could look all over the place, all wherever I really want to look. And as you see, as the song gets more intense, there are the world kind of unfolds before you, which is really, really cool. I mean, it's got this really great look and vibe to it. Now, the thing is, can you call it a game? I don't really know. There's no objective, really. There's no goal. But really, the interactive media for the past while now has sort of been asking that question, right? Is like, do you need to have an objective? Do you need to have a goal, a fail state? Yeah, sometimes you don't. This is actually a lot of fun. I've been playing around with this for like an hour, and I've just been listening to music, basically, and having something to do while listening to music is pretty nice. Now, you may ask, well, I don't know this track, I don't know this particular song, how can I just listen to my music while playing this? That's not really cool. Well, if I press the start button, you see on the top left-hand corner of the screen, I have browse for MP3 file, browse for parameter file as well. We'll get into that in a little bit, but let's go ahead and browse for MP3 file, and I set up 3 things in here to listen to. So first I'm going to choose my friend Alex's track that appears on my Alpaca Patrol intro video, actually. This is called Letting It Sit. If it wants to work. Oh, nope, I hit the wrong one. Well, this is Camex Rob. So, this is what it looks like when you just listen to an audio file. This is just Cam talking during Camex Rob. I find this kind of funny. You know, of course, you know, this is meant to be listened to or played with actual music, but I have a bunch of audio files just hanging around on my computer of just, like, my voice and stuff, and Cam's voice, apparently, here. So, you know, I felt like, hey, it would be kind of interesting to kind of see what that's like. What I really like about this, actually, let's go back in and browse that one again, because I like the very beginning, because you're on this dark, distant, endless highway, and then all of a sudden... a beer opens and a mountain is created. I love that. I think that's great. You'll notice that the color is the same, by the way. Now that has to do with the tone of the sound, really, or I guess the pitch, that kind of thing. I don't know much about sound, to be totally honest with you. I slept through my sound classes, but now we're actually listening to Letting It Sit, the track made by my friend Alex. Which, by the way, the links down to everything that's played in this video will be down in the description, except for maybe the beginning stuff. I could still put that in there, and the tracks that are actually on the song as well, or on the game itself that comes with the game. There are 5 tracks, I believe. If you watch the trailer for the game, it uses Daft Punk. Obviously, I can't use Daft Punk because, you know, it's copyrighted music. Also, the game can't use Daft Punk because it's copyrighted music, so, you know. That said, though, you can upload any track that you want on here. As long as it's an MP3 file, this game will take it and create a world in front of you for to kind of ride around in You know what? It's a lot of fun. I'll be totally honest. I like this experience a lot. You do have some other commands I can do, like I could spin around and be all crazy. Wow, that's insane! What is happening? I never did this before! Oh my god, this is awesome! Dude, this is pretty ballin'. I never did this before. This is trippy as hell. Whoa! It's like we're going through, like, the Doctor Who time tunnel right now. Alright, so let's slow down the old spinny Rama machine. Alright, and we're back to the game. Another cool thing that you can do right now is, so obviously you can see that the game is sort of in a wireframe. The landscape is being created in sort of a neon light wireframe. You can actually change that. So if I click, now I should mention that this has native, it is a Unity game, so it has native Xbox controller support, gamepad support. So I'm controlling this with an Xbox gamepad, which is great, because I can just basically lay down on my bed, queue up some songs, listen to some music, and kind of, you know, mess around if I really want to, just go jump up some mountains and stuff. If there's like a really high peak also, you can fly really high, which is always kind of fun. It's sort of like you're kind of making like an SSX Tricky track. I kind of wish I could just like put an SSX Tricky character like on here, just moving around. That'd be nice. But anyway, so one thing that I can do is if I click R3 or just clicking in the right stick, I create solidity, sort of textures almost. Well, I guess they're not really textures, but anyway, it provides kind of solidity. It's no longer a wireframe, and that kind of gives you an idea or sort of the scope of the landscape and how the noise is created. It's really interesting. It's really pretty too. I mean, the game is just kind of pretty to look at and stuff. So I mean, I have a good time messing around in it. Now, like I said, is it a game? I don't know. That's I think honestly arguable. I like it. I like it a lot, actually, and I'm probably gonna use this to play a lot of music a lot of the time. I mean, I could see myself doing this just laying down in bed, trying to go to sleep, and, you know, maybe messing with this a bit. Maybe even just holding the right trigger and spinning and making craziness happen. Look at this! I should mention that if you are epileptic, perhaps this is not the best thing. So maybe I shouldn't do that. But yeah, you can actually just, like, for instance, I could just go upside down if I really wanted to. Although I don't really like doing that. It kind of makes me feel, I don't like this. Now, one thing that's really actually interesting about this, obviously I can't show you for a variety of reasons, one of which I don't own it. But this game does already have Oculus Rift support. So imagine that. Imagine you're laying in bed trying to fall asleep, you have your Oculus Rift on, and you're just moving around like so. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I'm sure that's pretty intense. In case anybody doesn't know what the Oculus Rift is, by the way, it's this new VR headset that's, well, in development right now. And, you know, every game developer in the world is basically saying it's the bee's knees. So this is, indeed, pretty cool. It does have the ability for Oculus Rift support already, which is great. We're not going to listen to the same song. Actually, I wanted to end the video sort of, this is going to be a really short checkout video because there's not very much else to show you. One thing I could show is perhaps this. If I press select, I go into the general edit mode, which gives me a couple of different functions. So, like, for instance, green scale factor, blue scale factor, red scale factor. You can actually kind of set up your own parameters on the fly over what the colors are, the color scheme of the music. Whoopsie-daisy, I hit the wrong thing. Oh, wow, yeah, I see I can increase, decrease it, make crazy things. I honestly have no idea how to deal with this. There is a tutorial video on how to do it, but I'm gonna be honest, it was a half an hour long. I didn't really watch it. I didn't. There's a way to do it if you want, like, different colors. Like, I guess, yeah, see, I'm making it super green. I don't really want to do that. Let's lower that a bit, huh? Oh, yeah, look, now it's all purple. Oh, that's pretty. That's kind of nice. Can I increase the blue scale factor? Oh my god, it's so blue! What if I did this? Oh, that's real pretty. So I put blue scale factor to 1. What if I put it all down? Oh, okay. Okay, let's lower red scale factor too. Boom, let's do it. I don't care. Alright, that's kind of weird. It's kind of creepy. A little bit more or less intense. There's a couple other things that you can do, by the way, like, let's bump it all up to 1, huh? Or 0.1, I guess. Alright, whatever, that's fine. Let's just get out of this. I'd rather it kind of change colors and such. But yeah, there's a couple things you can do. See these weird tile things on the outside. Oh, they're a little bit dark here. That's unfortunate. But you can actually control them by how your first-person mount is moving. So you see them in the background there. They kind of change and orient themselves in a way that fits with how my camera, my head swiveling, as it were, is working. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, actually, if I just hold the A button right now, I can jump into another track. Not to mention that it's a really cool effect. But let's see here. Boom. Yeah. So, there's a couple things I should say before I end the video. I'll formally end it in a second, but in a moment I just kind of want you guys to listen to a full song through without my voice, because I think that's kind of how you would get the full effect for this game, because right now, you are... By the way, this is a track that's in the game. I actually don't know what it is. I wish that there was some kind of title card. This is the trial version, keep in mind, and the game is still in alpha and being developed, so I mean, this is not even a final product. And considering how nice it is for what it's gonna be, or what it is attempting to be, it's pretty darn good. I like it so far. But anyway, so yeah, this is a track in the song. There's 5 tracks in the game so far. I'm just actually gonna skip ahead to another song, maybe, just to show you the different color schemes that you can get based on different. I think the developer actually picked songs that kind of fit with sort of the idea, the scope of the game. So, like, really low sounds and build-up and stuff. I mean, this probably works great for dubstep music. I'm not particularly into dubstep music personally, but I'm sure it's good for that. It's also probably pretty good with... I don't know, it's probably pretty good with anything, man. It's just good with music. So, as you can see, the kind of world is evolving around us. I just love the idea. It looks so pretty to me. Especially when I spin around. You know what? I'm going to stop doing that because I know some people are going to get a little bit sick. But before I go into the final song, and then I'll formally end also afterwards if you guys want to stick around, watch that whole thing. The video could basically end for you here if you really wanted it to. But basically, this game does have a green light campaign right now. And if you go and like the video, or not like the video, I'm sorry. If you, well, like the video would be nice too, but you know, that doesn't really matter. But if you go to the green light campaign and thumbs it up, this game could come on Steam. And you know what? I think it deserves to be on Steam. Again, like I said, is it a game? I don't know. But does it really matter? I think the idea of it, the kind of world creation that happens while listening to music in this sort of atmospheric trance is really cool, and I think people should probably experience it. I've enjoyed myself so far playing this. And kind of just messing around, diving around, jumping up high onto these cliffs and whatever rock faces, whatever you may consider them, doing this sometimes. That's pretty cool. I just love that. Such a good effect. But yeah, so I'm going to have the links down in the description to the Greenlight page, to some of the music profiles of the things in this song. I'll maybe link all of the SoundClouds and stuff. I got it in a README for the trial version. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure you can actually pick up this trial version right now on their Greenlight page and play it for yourself, just to see if you want to greenlight it, which I think is great, and I think more people on Greenlight should really do that. So that's something that should be sort of rewarded, I feel. So, greenlight this game if you want to see it in the Steam store, because I kind of do. It's pretty cool. Look at this. Look at what's happening right now with this music. As you can tell, right, the colors change based on the music. So yeah, see, now we're going into green, and oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's beautiful. But anyway, so I'm gonna shut up for like 5 minutes, and you're gonna listen to a track by my cousin's band, Urban Sun. I really like them. You may not like them, and like I said, this could be the end of the video for you if you go. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. But for those who are sticking around, prepare to listen to Top of the World by Urban Sun.
try to see every day as an accomplishment. I know where I'm at, no other life I'd rather live. Growing older, I've been searching, learning. Gonna tell you, I'm wise enough to know that life has got to flow. If you really want to be free, on top of the world, if you choose to be free, on top of the world, free, on top of the world, if you choose to be free, on top of the world. On top of the world, if you choose to be free, on top of the world, free, on top of the world, if you choose to be free, on top of the world.
So yeah, that was Top of the World by my cousin's band, Urban Sun. Actually, two of my cousins were in that band. One of my cousins was the lead singer. My other cousin was the guitarist. This is a pretty cool song. I'm already liking this. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna wrap it up here for Frequency Domain. It's a cool game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Now, it's important to note that you can set up your own playlists right now. The way that you do it is through kind of a text file creator sort of thing. So it's a little bit convoluted right now. I didn't really mess around with it too much, in all honesty. It's a little bit complicated, but, you know, it's something that's not super easy, super hard to learn, necessarily. And that said, again, this game is really early in development, so, you know, I'm sure it's going to be easier in the future. There's no menu yet in the game, so you can tell how early on in development it is right now. It just jumps you right in. So, you know, don't expect this as a final or don't consider this a final product. This is still early in development. And as sort of a proof of concept or you know, just even a finished product, really. This is pretty good. I've enjoyed my time with it. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. This has been Frequency Domain. All the links are down in the description for where you want to go to greenlight this game or pick it up, you know, and play around with it yourself and listen to music and listen to music on your own and kind of have a really interesting trance-like neon color wonderland motorcycle bike adventure. It's a good time. So anyway. Thanks for watching. This is Alpaca Patrol signing out. Peace, fools.